What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Axe Creation. And in this episode of Tool Tuesday, we look at some opening bass lines from Swamp Song. This is one of the more fun songs to play off of Undertow, right? You have a nice 6/4 feel. Some people write it out in 12/8. It's kind of the same thing. I feel it more of like a quarter note pulse rather than like a compound 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. That's just me though. We are in a drop D tuning, and you know, it's one of those like unique riffs that kind of stand out on the album. All right. So like I said, we are in drop D tuning. You can find the tab on my Instagram at Axe Creation, or you can find the link for the PDF or guitar profile down in the description below. All right. So again, we're in drop D tuning, and there's some slight variations typical of Tool that are going on. Right. So we have this. We hit our low string open, and then we pull off from 3 to open. So you kind of have these. And that's essentially the motif of the riff, right? You have 3-0, then you have a little power chord shape. It's not a power chord though in drop D, right? So it's 5-3, and then invert that, a minor third shape. Again, we're in drop D, so it's not a minor third. And then you have the same string, A string, 3-5. Okay? So the first round through, we're gonna pull off from 3 to open, and then the second measure, or the repeat every other time, we're actually going to play that power chord shape 2 times in a row. Okay, so we have. Right? Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. The verse kicks in, the vocals start in, and then it's just the one with the long quarter note pull off, and then instead of hitting the open every time, hit a dead note. Okay, and then it starts to kind of pick up its pace a little bit, and the bass line is going to mimic that kind of feel, right? That's kind of building up into like the chorus riff, so the bass line is going to mimic that. So now we're doing it rather than the long quarter note and the pull off. We're doing the double power chord riff, right? Again, though, keep it somewhat subtle in the riff, right? So instead of hitting that open note, hit dead notes again, right? Right, and then we get into the next part, and you have a little bit of a meter change. They extend the phrase, but we're now in 7/4. There's an extra beat, and essentially it's 035, 035, 035, 03035, right? But the very first time you're going to play the 5th fret instead of open. Right? Kind of do one of those, and then it's just, like I said, it's right, and so you're gonna go through that 4 times, and then you have a little break, right? 5 3 3 5 3 0. And then the riff starts over again. You're back into the verse. All right, very cool riff to play. Fun drop D riff, kind of mixing around the little shapes that we're all familiar with, bringing in little motifs, bringing in a little melody, and of course we are a nice 6/4 meter, so it kind of gets us out of that 4/4 feel, and it kind of gets us in we're getting used to extending our phrase an extra measure. All right, so like I said, you can find the description for the tabs, PDF, and Guitar Pro down in the link below, and you can also find these tabs on my Instagram at Axe Creation. Tag me in your performance. I would love to see it. So, as always, let me know what you come up with, and until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.